Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Magna. Today is June 13th, 2025, and we're at 7611 Maytime Drive. We have the camera pushed out 108 feet to the city connection. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like a good connection there. Then pretty quickly it transitions to PVC pipe. Top of the pipe there, you can see that it looks a little bit crushed, and that's most likely a rock pressing in on the pipe. A lot of times you'll have a rock that presses in on it, and it can be like that for decades and not cause an issue. You don't want it getting worse, where it's going to constrict the line further. It's hard to predict whether that would ever pierce the line or not, but that's kind of the worst case scenario, as it breaks through or collapses or continues to compress on the line. When they backfill it, it's best when they not backfill it with a bunch of rocks, but that's likely what happened. Had a rock right on top of the line. The grade's looking really good. I'm not seeing any standing water, and I run a lot of water during the inspection and also while I push my camera out, and so looks like you have good grade. Another little rock or something pressing on the top of the pipe there, pretty minor one. That looks like a sewer access point. I didn't see it out there, so it's probably cut off and buried, but most likely another spot where you could access the line if needed. Looks like a little piece of cast iron where it's probably stubbed through the foundation or under the foundation. Cast iron gets real rough and rusty, so it's a good reason not to use flushable wipes or wet wipes. Staining, really not much buildup though. Little bit of standing water there. I don't even know if I'd call that standing water, but a little puddle there. And right there, the camera head blocked because I had a little debris on it. I just wiped it off. So really, it looks like the line's performing the way that you want it to be. Plastic going all the way out. You have the one section that had a rock pressed in on the line, and so that's probably the more important thing here. You can get insurance on it, and I think that's always a good idea, even when it's, I consider this to be a smaller risk, as opposed to a lot of the other lines that I see that are more likely to have an issue. I think that rock's probably been pressing in on the pipe for quite a while, but without knowing what it's going to do in the future, I would consider the insurance with HomeServe. I'm going to end this recording now.